Okay, round 2. I have reset. I even like completely like unplugged my modem and let it cool down. I even reset my PS5 to kind of be safe. So I saved and I just loaded this back up afterwards. What I need to do, if this is going to be a constant and I'm going to make a point of investing in it, I'll do some research first in case there's other alternatives or better things. I'm going to try and get some kind of like Wi-Fi booster, put it in my room, and then because it will be in my room while I do all this, I can then hardwire my PS5 to it. I can dongle up, so to speak, with like an Ethernet cable. And then hopefully, then we'll be on point. The streaming system will be exactly where it needs to be and more consistent. And I might actually be able to safely stream in 1080p at that point. My ideal would be able to stream in 1440 at 60, but I have to be realistic with my internet right now, so I keep it at 720/30 just to put as little a load on as possible, while still giving enough of a HD visual to get away with it. And I think the art style of this game allows me to get away with the lower picture quality. So anyway, where were we? We were actually going to go back to my room, sorry, Sayaka's room, because I wanted to bring up the kitchen knife. Identify absolutely that this knife is the one from the kitchen. Crossed into her. To look into later. Go into Monica's file. Inflict deadly wound. Never mind. The game doesn't let you go that far with it. You have to actually build the cave. Can I skip this? I don't like. I like it, but I don't like that I have to sit through it every single time. We can't go down there yet. No. That's probably the most intimidating thing, like, in the back of my head. Is like, as this goes on, more rooms are going to open up, and we're going to have to pay even more attention. Alright, who of significance is down here? She's in 1B. She's like hella sus of me, so I can't really... I won't be able to get far talking to her, but it'd probably be a good idea. I should probably check this room again, though, because this was like when we comforted her, so maybe there was something there. A hole in the wall that someone could listen in. We need to go to the AV room at some point to listen in. I could do with, like, cheering up, so yeah, I'll check in on her. Where's the clairvoyant? Okay, he's in the gym. I need to go talk to him as well at some point. Okay, so we just circle around and check everything. Firstly, this room. Oh, the music. This blackboard belongs to us now, Secret Beauty. Alright, let's talk to you. Hi there. To kill someone just to save your own life. And to be living with someone like that, I think I might vomit. But is what Monokuma really said true? Do you really think... Did one of us really kill Sayaka? If the mastermind really was going to get involved, they would have just killed us from day one. That's a good point. By the way, how's your investigation going? I already told you I don't do blood, so I don't plan on doing any investigating. Besides, I already know who did it. After all, where was Sayaka killed? In your room, right? What more proof do we need? We already know the truth. I doubt I'm going to find anything in here, but... Well, other than maybe coins. Like this one way over here. Ah! Damn it. Let's just... Yeah, let's leave her. I do want to, like, touch base in here, though, because I said we comforted her in here. So if there's any kind of proof of, like, a hole in the floor or something. Or a note. There's nothing here. Oh, okay. I think that's the game's blunt way of saying, fucking move on, dude. If you're watching this and getting annoyed at, like me spending so much time investigating every little thing and analyzing everything, I'm sorry. I'm blind to this. I don't know what to expect or what to do. I'm learning. Let me figure it out, you know? I am going to spend these coins, though, so I have more gifts so the next time it's happy. And I have to try and think harder on who to give coins to, because clearly I picked the wrong people. Sure. Oh, you can put all your coins in one go. Okay. Cup noodles. Oh, lucky. Sometimes I get more. And donuts. Huh? Hang on. Okay, put in the coins one at a time. Don't put in 11 at once. Lesson fucking learned. What the fuck? I feel like I just got conned. I could have saved that and spent that on like the gallery in the main menu. Oh, let's talk to you while we're here. Hey, dude.
Listen to me.
Give a second, Makoto. I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to the dorm has a nameplate on it who shows whose room it is.
Hear me?
Well, it just so happens. Wait, no. I could have killed. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything. Forget everything I just said. Forget, beam. So just a little joke. Even I joke sometimes. Alright, let's watch this dreaded fucking video. Oh boy. The image slowly appeared and it looked like some kind of concert. Standing on stage front and centre was a face I recognised all too well. Sayaka. She was there along with the friend she had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, but then that voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and for the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka disappeared from the stage, and now it was in ruins. What I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart.
It relied on her insecurity, because she had a huge insecurity about the idea of that she would lose her dream eventually, that eventually she'd become outdated and the success would vanish, and that if she wasn't there for even a second, everything would crumble away.
None of them will ever perform on stage again.
That's why it shook her up so much, because it was directly targeting her insecurities.
For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. But warning, video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? There's a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say they used to be able to get to them? That really did happen. Everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take these things this far? Let's just leave. Oh, the game still says there's something of significance in there. Hang on. It might just be saying, hey, come back here every now and then to check up on things, but I want to double check quickly. Like, if I click this again, will it just go to play the same thing? Oh. Well. I'm gonna say it's just more that it's put that exclamation point there to remind you that this room has significance. Who's in there? Yeah, actually, I did want to come pop in and talk to you, just in case you can, like, make me feel better. So, do you need any clues or anything? Or do you have any clues? What kind of clues? Let us just agree that we do not know who the culprit is and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing anything until the class trial. Okay then, do you have any suggestions of where I should start looking?
Well...
Oh, so annoying. Must you fumble around, fishing blindly if the trash room is also worth looking into? Trash room? Perfect place to destroy evidence, however there is one problem, which is...
As for me...
The place is filthy. I'd rather die than set foot in there. I am trusting all of you to conduct a... Yeah, that's all we're gonna get. And so, Buddy's in the gym, so we'll go to the clairvoyant dude and kind of be like, dude, what's with the crystal ball in a second? Can't go into the nurse's office. No need to go to the bathroom, so let's just go, turn, thank you. There we go, straight into it. I hope that's when they get cleaned up a little bit. The turn, when he gets on something, really grinds to a halt. Oh god. Nothing's been done to kind of like help or like move her or... I need to talk to both of you actually, so this works out. I'll start with you. Hey Shiro, I was hoping I could ask you something.
Huh?
Oh, what is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what those numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. She shook her head. I'm sorry, I just don't know. Alright, well don't worry about it. Thank you, Annie, for trying. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? No, it couldn't be. Don't make me suddenly become suspicious of her. Hey, dude. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? No, I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out. Had enough. Snap out of it. Huh? Dakota, what are you doing? What? Does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball. But it's all smashed. What the hell? I only brought it because it was... the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break? Did it actually made of glass and not crystal? Did the guy totally dupe me? Did it belong to a pillars of history? Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. That all seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. Can you say without a doubt this belonged to you? Yeah, it's mine for sure. I probably forgot about it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anybody could have found it and taken it. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. And by the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up my fortune turning for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. $1 million. Pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. And that's the end of my investigation, I assume. And I have to actually put it all together.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the
had a
first floor
feeling.
of the school. See you soon.
The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. Oh, the music changed. It's a lot more ominous now. Let me go over everything we have. We know that evidence of a struggle. The sword had some of its gold wearing off. The sheath has some wears on it where it was used as a blunt object of defense. Yes, the rooms were swapped. There is a screwdriver. A screwdriver is presumably missing from someone's toolkit because the door hinge was taken off. This person is a perfectionist. They cleaned everything. The sign of a struggle is in a broken wrist. The numbers, but backwards, R, E, O. I'm still not sure if that's even a point or if it is the numbers. Yes, door frame is unhinged. Someone swapped the nameplates. A knife is missing, so they went to it. My alibi. The knife was in the kitchen, went missing from while Ao was in the dining hall. She swears that Makoto did not come to the dining hall at any point while she was there. Only one person is on trash duty. Inside it, the incinerator was left on. There's a small piece of a burnt shirt, and the clairvoyant's ball is shattered. That's 18 pieces that can be used. Oh boy. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna... wrong button. I'm gonna save in case I really fuck this up, because I don't know what to expect. Like, I think the game will obviously game over if you get the case wrong, but still. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you'd be discovered murderer you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save it up for the class trial. Then we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. Fuck! They really think it's me! They really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both knew that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then, please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fate will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Down? It goes underground? Is everyone going to be like, confess, bitch? So whoever stuck us in here to turn us up a goddamn courtroom, huh?
Impossible.
Damn, we really got to go through this class trials thing, huh? You wouldn't have confessed, I guess now it's time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
Hey.
There's no point standing around here. Settle your resolve and step to the future. Get started.
I'm
Sorry, in the end, I wasn't able to look around or anything. Is it really how Sayaka wants to find out who killed her?
Got it.
Relax, I haven't decided 100% that you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. You're my alibi. I can't help but wonder whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Being so insistent, even though you obviously killed her. Very impressive.
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out. So the school basement has become the darkened stage. We're all here witness to Mr. Naigi's final curtain call. Fuck off! Well then, the time's finally come. Are you ready?
Well,
Let's begin.
Yes.
Good idea.
Hey.
You scared? No, scared isn't quite right. I've said it before, it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding the case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. To uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. So I raised my voice to try and give myself courage. I turned, trembling with anticipation, towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. God. That's an ominous feeling. I wonder if this is how death row inmates feel when its time finally comes.
Oh.
Rather than that, it is more important than a defendant waiting to receive his judgment. Obviously, to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel like a real courtroom? No. It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close. It's total shit.
Well, then.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seat and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up. As a motorbike passes by. Why is it always a motorbike passes by when Mondo has something to say? Oh, this is... I don't... Look at there's 2 stands for the 2 dead. Come on. It was set up so everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it was easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain of our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Oh, never... Yeah, okay. Oh, I saved before it, I didn't need to. Oh, fuck. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Sure. Oh, the music. I think I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. Trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Friendship penetrates?
Shut up.
But what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Very good question, Celeste.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay. That about does it
Okay,
for
so there's
the
probably a
level.
16th
Get
person
ready to
somewhere
get
we haven't been introduced to yet of some kind or another.
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin!
About to begin, the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, everything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me, everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigations will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim and fire the triangle button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so be careful. If you press the options during the argument, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh fuck, this music.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that part already. And the murder took place in the photo's room.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
No.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
So based off what I said, the Psycho had resisted at all, they'd expect what happened in the room. For the first debate, I'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot or refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words will appear in a different colour. Do you happen to notice? This represents a potential hole in someone's weak spot. A hint! Truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots, so when you come up one, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding down circle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka. And the murder.
In the bathroom. So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, it's wrong.
Whoa.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
Absolutely.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
Yeah.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
Absolutely
She
not.
must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Yes, but she got it wrong, so it had to be
Okay,
corrected.
so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow. This
Kitchen
is
knife.
starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Oh, fuck, this music.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Yeah.
So the killer used some random knife.
Not some random knife, it's a kitchen knife.
No, it's wrong.
No, I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife.
Is it gonna... I'm guessing it's the first one, it's gonna do a lot of the work for me.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one
of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife. But where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
No!
Right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Thank you, Kyoko.
We can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
She's on our side.
You believe that?
She's right, there's got to be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Sure. You can concentrate by holding down the R1 button. While you're concentrating, time will slow down and you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, you'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes focus, and if the gauge empties, you can't concentrate, but it will recover over time. This game is fucking jamming. This game's music is phenomenal. Aries accounts. Yes, my defense.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Yeah.
But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the...
No, I've got a defense.
He did it in secret. Nobody was in...
I have a defense.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
And I can prove it.
You're gonna say you're not the killer, right?
Hey, shush, Toko. Let dumbass speak.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I want to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, the only reason I'm pausing it is I wanted to see if I could turn up the characters' volume a little bit more now in the trial, because their words are more important. When they were straight up outpowering me, I had to turn them down a bit, but as it stands...
While you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't
I don't think so, it's not good enough. It's I know so.
Think so?
Yeah.
No, he definitely wasn't there.
Thank you.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this?
Toko, you're pushing real hard.
What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
You're the most suspect. Yeah, also, ouch.
Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Which defeats the point of wanting an accomplice, because you can't win if you're in the accomplice position. Either they get caught anyway and you sell them out, and that's just one person down, or you help them cover it up, they get away with it, you die.
So in other words, two people can work together.
Yeah.
But one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rules?
There's something I kind of would want a later game to mess around with, make it that everyone has to like team up or something.
Good grief! Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
Thank you, Monokuma, because you just solidified my alibi.
Oops. Did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay,
Boom.
So then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, But can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
You didn't mention that earlier. But it's an alibi for an alibi, so we've got a loop of clearing people. We are narrowing it down.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
But we just
Actually, no.
But no, that argument defeats itself because we've already had Monokuma confirm there was no accomplice.
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
What?
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking. I just asked her to stay over. Which
Aww.
means we have airtight alibis.
And I'm involved. Don't forget about me. I'm alibi safe.
Stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
Nope.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
So I'm clear. Aoi's clear. Sakura is clear.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together?
Shut up, Taka. Unwholesome.
I'm a girl.
You are? I'm so sorry.
Taka.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because
They're
not
dead.
here anymore. Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later...
Did she take it fearing for her life? To act as self-defense and was followed into her room, back into my room, whatever. Sayaka? Because the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water.
But most likely she took it.
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Fuck! No!
He did do it after all.
I think it's you, Toko. You're pushing so damn hard on me.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Ifumi, you possess the terrifying talent of not knowing when to stop talking. If I don't do something, they're going to blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's going to die.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because
Thank
you
you.
see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Hear me out. Got the gold sword, you know, the prop sword. The killer didn't know it was a prop, took it, swung it at her. The blunt force of the instrument was what broke her wrist. Maybe the knife was in that hand, so it flew out of her hand. So the killer then took the knife to stab her with it. And because she said she locked herself in the bathroom, but it's not locked because it's a boys' bathroom, but she closed herself in. Killer, we've already established they're an idiot because they hit them with the blunt objects. With the sheath, because the sheath was damaged as well. Didn't realise, went and got their toolkit, screwdriver to unhinge it, eventually found some manner to accidentally get the door open, then got the kill.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
So anyone who's like less smart is a suspect to an extent as well. And I say that as Mondo's on screen.
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Hangman's Gambit. Yes, please. May advance further in the trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to an incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the left stick to aim, triangle to shoot. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge, to your health. If that reaches 0, you'll run out of time, fail. Good luck, have fun. This is weird. I like it. I like how they handle this, but it's like a lot of different mini games. 4-letter word.
Now I understand.
Yes, I was like, once that A was in, I was like, hair? Sorry, I know I was talking through now. I was thinking.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
No, it's to remove all trace the killer had been there.
That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very
Ifumi,
true,
you're not out of the
true.
clear here, so don't get too cocky.
Then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
I like Kyoko. I'm coming around to her. She's in my defense. She's in my corner. No, I'm not. You still thought I was?
Are you sure we can decide something so important?
Okay. So when it's anything else, Taka's like, oh, it has to be you. Everyone's like, oh, it has to be you. As soon as I have one defense, it's like, are we sure?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto
She's
couldn't have
grinning.
done it.
Oh, I like this girl.
I would like to hear these.
I mean, she's probably gonna die in my like, but I like her.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the
The
scene?
writing, the numbers.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah. Then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom?
Because the
Did they have any
screwdriver.
trouble with it?
What do you mean?
I feel like a child.
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Killer's trying to get in the bathroom, and evidence that proves it. The object the killer.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
You're not that thick, please.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's
No,
nothing
because there was a
bewildering
particular
about it.
trick to the door that only I knew.
You still don't see? Okay then, let's take another look at how the incident unfolded.
I love
Hopefully that will
I
help
love
you
that
understand.
smile. So something about in any kind of media about the quiet character getting confident. Like the reserved character getting the grin. Makoto said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Oh, right, that's a tutorial. Here on out, number of weak spots will start going up, but no matter how many weak spots, there are essentially only one lie or contradiction in the debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and you'll fail to refute what they said. But you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and influence gauge will take damage. It's important, because if it goes down, you die. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck. So this is where the logic puzzle difficulty comes in. If I had it harder, there would be a lot more shit with only one answer. And if you have it on easier, there would only be like 2 or 3 sentences you have to work about. I
The
assume.
incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Yeah.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
Yeah.
Because Sayaka had locked it.
There's no lock, it's a boy's bathroom. How did I miss? What?
The culprit had Sayaka cornered.
How do I fast forward it? Yeah.
You! We already know the answer. The incident took place. Sayaka
Yeah.
was first. She then
Ah.
fled into the...
Then the killer ran and they got into the bathroom.
That's why it was like a shaky
The
aim.
killer had to try and bust down the door because Sayaka had locked it.
No, it's wrong.
It's a boys' bathroom.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only
Boom.
ones with walk-in
I can't believe I
inside.
missed it on the first round. My shot's that bad.
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite well. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But
Thank
you
you.
know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at
No,
all.
it is lucky because it's a piece of evidence.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Kyoko is carrying this whole case. And I'll tell you why that's really worrying. Because if she's carrying a lot of the work for the case, she's absolutely gonna die at some point. So then I have to completely work on my own.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
I think there's enough reason to believe that the killer was less than intelligent.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
But the signs were
The
swapped.
killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. So they didn't know the doors actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail of the scene. In Sayaka's... No, there's absolutely no doubt in your room the scene of the crime.
Shoot.
Well, I was expecting it to be like Sayaka, like in exaggeration. You know, like in
Must not have
quotation
realized that
marks.
it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific,
Specific?
what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then...
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
He's still like, I wanted to accuse you.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
You're coming around, Toko. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Don't make yourself suspicious.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
We're all punished.
Why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Hell no.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Yes.
Oh, you...
Celeste!
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes.
That's a very
How
good
did
point.
the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
But the key would have said my name on it.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then... maybe someone
You
picked
can't
the
pick the
lock?
locks, that was established.
Negative. If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just
No, but she
let
swore.
him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me?
Hifumi.
Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Right there's no recycling that means because... I'm looking for her dying promise. Because I've got enough health that I can get it wrong. I'm not sure. Evidence of a struggle, maybe?
Shoot!
In because she was so scared we had to switch rooms.
I got it!
Okay, I got it. I figured it out.
Sayaka was already scared. Remember? That's why she asked me to switch
I
rooms
was
in the
looking
first
for like
place.
her testimony. I was like, no, she never made a testimony. It is only off her memory, and that's not reliable evidence. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me.
She did leave
Can you still
to get
deny
a
the
knife.
possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two, in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil, and these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I'd better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
So she wrote it.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't.
But of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note, she wrote it.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Who, me?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Sure.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Uh-oh.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Yes.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It's certainly...
Oh, I know which one I was supposed to challenge.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Wrong, but I always go to kiss R1 to speed it up.
Specifically says, I see. So if then they would have gone to exactly.
I'm gonna challenge this one.
No, it's wrong. The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
Yeah, I had a feeling. They got... I don't know why I keep going to talk over the characters. They talk in the class trial.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where
So they were
Sayaka
trying to
was.
set me up for murder.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right? Okay, then who did it?
The age-old question. One person who could have switched the nameplates. The only one person who switched the rooms was the killer. Sorry to burst your bubble, but they had no idea they were actually in your room, right? Oh, right. Oh, I just... Sayaka must have done it then. I'm learning, alright? I'm learning.
The ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
I'm really coming around the Mundo.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene.
Yep.
Was that perhaps used during the fight?
I believe so.
What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
Which is why there's gold on it.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Because it's on the wrist. There's glitter on her wrist.
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
I think it's really, really impressive that throughout the whole prologue and all like the daily life stuff before the murder happened, every little scene actually did have significance, because they were joking about how the moment we touched the sword there was gold on our hand and we had to wash it off, and it's relevant to the case. We were talking about how the door's busted and it was relevant to the case. I like how much setup there is that you might not necessarily straight away think is tied to a setup, but it all links. I really appreciate that's clever storytelling.
And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Yes, Taka.
I see. And so the
You still don't have a clue who had it, though.
Closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
That's Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. And there's a bit more to learn about non-stop debate. Oh, okay. You're getting used to the non-stop debates. Starting with the next debate, it'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right bullets to the right weak spots. Find the wrong combination, you'll take damage. Press L1 to rotate the cylinder. Press and release the L1 button to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down the L button and use the left stick to select a specific one. By the way, if your logic bullet difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded in the cylinder. For our purpose this time, the logic difficulty will be set... For the purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean... Fuck, what was the point of me making the choice? Is it just to kind of enforce it? Sword sheath, knife, and swords. Okay.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Nope.
Shoot.
I panicked, so I need to...
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword.
The sheath's damaged.
And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Yes.
No, it's wrong.
I panicked because I was pressing L1. I thought I was on the sheath when I wasn't.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
When she had the blade, she must have like whacked it in like defense.
You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get
Oh,
what the
bless
hell's
you,
going
Monda.
on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Yeah, someone who's wielded a sword with a sheath. The sheath is just a truck of weight. It reflects your like wind flow.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack
Did
from the knife?
she actually intend to kill first? Is that what we're getting at? That she originally intended to kill first, they defended themselves and just U-turned it.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked
Which is
first.
why she was so freaked out and wanted, and then also invited someone to her room.
I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword.
No,
to
because we've already
defend
established there was a
herself.
struggle.
But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
I
Because
think
never
she
held
actually...
the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Shoot!
No. I'm starting to...
Shoot!
Damn it. I'm like barely scratching the edge of this.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palm?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
I doubt that would be on her list of priorities.
But I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
Got put into her hands because there's a certain regulation it talks about. Water was off. A second next, I know my health's low. Went to the
Sayaka's
Monokuma.
time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the
And even
bathroom
that was a
shuts off at
goddamn
nighttime,
hint to the case.
right?
Like, they were the first things told to us.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
You haven't? It's been like 3 days.
Oh my.
And you...
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
I got it!
Sayaka.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka? Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
She was killed in defense, not died trying to defend herself.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was
She'd
the one
set that up from the
who suggested
beginning.
switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
Yep.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out, while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
I'm glad that you're starting to come to my side, Mr. Byakuya.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation, a totally forgettable kid, or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Well, keep in mind you were accusing me right from the very beginning.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
But who was it that got invited in?
Turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
I think it is Makoto.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Oh, as far as clues goes, there's nothing left. What am I doing? Oh no. Make your argument. Dying message. The numbers.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it.
Yeah.
But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Wait, there are.
No, it's wrong! There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yeah, because there's blood on her finger.
I got it! Her left index finger...
Oh, I'm getting into this.
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
But she doesn't.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because
If it's
they're
backwards,
not
it's
numbers.
attempting to write a name.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't they these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Like a H?
Ah, you're right. The connecting
No,
line
I can see actually is a faint N.
So
R-E-O-N.
But looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Ouch. N. Who's got an N in their name?
Really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Number... Damn it, it's no use, I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Leon!
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue card, Exo...
Crystal clear.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Is it?
It's just a bunch of random
Oh, he's
squiggles
freaking
that
out.
happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all.
Because it's left hand, it would have been behind
She
her.
wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Yeah, because you will write... If you do it yourself, literally, put your hand behind you and go to the right, you will... If you write the words normally, it will come across upside down.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Try it.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
No. Ground... Oh, right, it just gave it to me. Ground in front of the incinerator.
I got it.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if it's the crystal ball.
Piece I found laying ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
Let's see your sleeves, Leon.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Oh, but he's got a new shirt on.
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here.
He's hesitating, though.
With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. No. I can make a little mistakes. I've been doing alright. Okay, it was how. Okay, I was thinking about it. I was like, when doesn't... I don't think
How the
matters.
shirt was disposed of. We should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty.
Wow, you know a lot.
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
Yeah, no, he's like, interesting. But you're accusing me. Leon is the real killer. Uh-oh. Shattered crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was...
That's one I'm going to keep an eye on.
The person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash...
It's one of...
The key to the trash... Whoever was on cleaning duty...
No, because that
the
puts...
only one... The person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy it.
It was a good thing I missed! It was a good thing I missed!
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you use it.
He threw the crystal ball! And it hit the button.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
I got it!
Divine with it, I saw that.
Simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
That's the one turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I was quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key. So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire.
Yeah, because they couldn't go in to clean it up.
If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least...
So only someone who plays baseball for a living would be able to make the throw.
The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
You're the ultimate baseball star.
Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is... I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
She's piling on you, Leon.
I'm not the killer!
Uh-huh.
These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong!
Oh, he's swearing now.
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing argument about to begin. Yes. Every case at least has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. It's the closing argument. In this phase, you have to give a complete summary of the case. You have to reproduce the flow of events in the case to form a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are numbers of pieces missing. So you need to complete the comic using provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at the missing section and press the X button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck. God, you get 20 minutes to look at this? Okay, let's actually analyze for a sec. Oh, it's a manga, so it's the other way around. Oh my god. Oh my, this is why they give you 20 minutes. So he comes to the door, lets himself in. She slashes at him. He backs up and notices the sword. She goes again. So he takes it and strikes back, causing her to drop the knife. She backs up and locks herself in the door, realizing her life's in danger. Screwdriver gets in, stabs the girl. Yes, because the writing's there. So he got the kill, but she managed to write his name at least. He cleaned up. Crystal ball. Yeeted that motherfucker. Because he's got a perfect aim, he got it. Tied up his stuff into a ball. Put it in. Left, not realizing.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
What? That was something was missing there? Oh. So that piece is just there to fuck with you, I'm guessing. If that piece is wrong, then that one would be right. That she dropped the knife. Yeah, because in the next screen she's holding her wrist.
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay, it's sped up a little now this time. It's like, okay, let's get to the point where we were at.
Grabbed the fake sword. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Fuck. Okay, so it has to be that one then.
The killer is you.
All right, yes, slash.
During the
struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. Done.
And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily.
There was a trick
and there
to
was
opening
a trick
it.
to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her. But of course, the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and
Stabbed her.
Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room.
Because, yeah, he took his shirt off.
The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch, For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot, and that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
But you thinking you got away with it, a little bit burnt
Having
off.
destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Yeah!
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball? You thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Yes, I do!
Yeah, but what evidence have you got?
I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence? Bullet time battle is about to begin, yes. I thought it was over after the conclusion. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you'll engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as bullet time battle, aka BTB, by the way. During a BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Oh, a rhythm game, I can do that. Match the button presses with the tempo marker as they move across the screen to reach the center. Press the X button to lock onto an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the triangle button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use the method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. If you do it consecutively, you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get a tempo down. So it'll get easier if you fuck up repeatedly. Tempo changes, the timing does for each button, so watch out. If you do enough damage to your opponent, their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the triangle button to shoot them with a truth bullet like any other statement. Refute their statements fast enough and you'll come out victorious. Just like you said before, if your influence gauge reaches 0, you'll fail. Well then, good luck. Does my health carry over from the last thing?
They didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
Show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. A moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof?
Oh, this is fun.
Me? Not a chance. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me.
Yeah, that was too fast for me. I couldn't keep up with that.
You lied. Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
That got too fast at the end. I couldn't keep up with that at the end.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, It had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
So assumed it would have been
Only
the
boys
sewing
got
stuff.
toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Their own.
Stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then
It'll be unsealed. Even if he's put everything back together, the seal was
the
ripped.
screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Yeah, that's a death sentence.
Stupid. Stupid.
Uh-oh.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Did I do it? I did alright. I want to actually go through like all of them, hang on. Technique was a little lacking. Nice. Nice. Okay. 50, yeah, I fucked up one. Yeah. That was on my cleanup mission to try and recover health. Ooh. Missteps. Oh, 77? Nice. Oh, I got a trophy. Cleared a class trial without having to retry a single time. Nice.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all
Yep.
have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice?
Well, with how
or the
much he lost his
dreadfully
temper, I
wrong
think we
one?
know it's Leon. I think there's no way it can someone turn around and be someone else.
What's it gonna be?
Got it right on the money. The blackened in this case, and the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch! What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So
That's
why
I killed her first. But the thing is, once you broke her wrist, you could have just left.
none of you are any different.
One wrong step, and you'd be the one standing here. It was a complete chance that I round up like this.
I was just
Unlucky.
unlucky. That's all. Hey, come on!
Expect me to just accept my death? I think you're gonna die regardless. Everything became clear. The decision was made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, it'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with was really the truth, then the truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. You know, I couldn't handle what I saw there. It was her. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with her, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. Probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. That's why she talked to me in the first place. I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand, really, I do, yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. In a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
That's enough. As angry as I would, Kaiotsu latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it. Oh, that was a close one. I thought for sure you was going to give me a good walloping and break the rules so you could justify killing me. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you were so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kawato will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense. But that's a lie. Because after you broke her wrist and she dropped the knife, she locked herself in the bathroom. You left and got your screwdriver and came back.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. It is not because you had unclouded intent to commit murder.
So
No, that's not. Stop it. Had enough of this.
Oh,
Are you sure? You're closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him. So what? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened. To Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind. Uh-oh. Did you awaken to your sense of justice? Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment.
I'm begging you, please, don't do this!
Hey.
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty of breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kawata, the ultimate baseball star. It's going to be baseball themed, isn't it?
Let's give it everything we've got.
It's going to be baseball themed. He's going to be like pummeled to death with baseballs. What the fuck? Yeah, it's gonna be baseball. Uh-oh. And everyone has to watch. Oh, he'd already be dead. He would have died the moment that first ball cracked his skull. Let's say even Celeste was sweating a little bit there from the grim scene. Jesus. I love this game's art style so damn much. Its art style, its presentation. What we saw. That was a true face of despair. I mean, we can't call it that. What else could we call it?
Extreme!
Oh, extreme! Man, my adrenaline is coming right out of control. What's going on? Can't take this anymore. We really have to keep doing this. I just can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it, kill and get away with it. All you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us? Evil? You make it sound like I'm some sort of dark, awful, secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in that case, a dark, awful, secret society type of bear. Why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal? Debatable.
Hey,
Seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Yeah, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. Piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world, being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of this school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it so wonderful we all have to get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before. Anyway, let's get to the Blacken's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after all. He's trying to imply that all of us are going to secretly enjoy this and prefer this way of living.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some for the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. Same, dude. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But in that moment...
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You want me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure. We can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you.
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she would have never left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that was what it was.
Anyway...
That was... uncertain. She wasn't sure how she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths. I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. There was a third person who died. I just want to point out. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations of you. She said that. She revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic. That's a good way of remembering her. Her little joke. Let me take a swig of my water.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have a pretty good intuition. That's a lovely way to remember her by, to pick up her little joke. We did it! We cleared chapter 1. It only took us... What time is it? It's 12:30. I started streaming at like, what, just gone 10? A few... Oh, damn. 12 remain. I need to pick who my friends are a lot more carefully. If someone has even a... That's depressing. If someone even has a glimmer of a hint that they could be led to do something later on, like if the plot starts leaning on a character, don't hang on with them in the free time, because they're either going to die or be the culprit. So I need to pay more attention to that going through so I can... But then saying that, I used Sayaka's ability, so maybe it doesn't matter that much. 1 is the loneliness number, it's the trophy I just unlocked. That whole trial was an hour and a half long. It's gonna be weird being... Is it... back in your own room after all that? I got a lot of coins from that. What's up, dude? It's gone. She really is gone. It's almost like there was never anything there to begin with. Every last sign of Sayaka's existence had disappeared without a trace. It's just like he said. After the class trial, before we took the elevator back up, Monokuma told us.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I also got, since the class trial is over, I'll go ahead and dispose of all the corpses.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay, no need to thank me. Just seeing your delighted smiling face is thanks enough for me. After all, nobody wants to look at a rotting corpse every day. That can't be good for your health. I didn't even have time to mourn Sayaka and Junko's deaths. Oh, so now you remember Junko. But that's exactly why you did it. It's a bad joke, a sickening dream, but I have to accept the reality of it all. I headed back to the dining hall to meet up with the others. At the night? Sorry I'm late.
So,
Hey, are you okay, Makoto?
Listen to me!
You should have took your sweet time. I was just about to go get you and drag you back out of here. After everything that happened. Sorry. So what happened? Was your room fixed up like he said? I imagine it'd be pretty hard to sleep with a rotten corpse in your bathroom. Don't joke about that.
Hey, come on.
Jesus, that's fucked up, man. Why would you say something like that? The room was spotless. There wasn't anything left. Like the whole thing never happened.
I see.
Must be tough staying there, knowing what happened. Why don't you just stay in Sayaka's room? That's probably worse. Or staying there with her scent still lingering in the air? That would hurt just as much. Plus, I've decided that I can't turn away from her death. Makoto. Cheer up. Getting depressed isn't going to help anything, right? If we all work together, I'm sure we'll find a way out of here.
You got it.
So everyone just try and cheer up and get back on track. Well, you're honestly supposed to make us feel better. Huh? We were already working together, and yet someone was still murdered. Anyone could betray us at this point. Now that it's happened once, it's a question of when, not if, the next one takes place. Yeah, because Sayaka made the first move.
Well...
But if we work together against the mastermind, nobody will have any reason to do something like that.
Stop talking.
Keep telling yourself that. I'll be over here in the real world. Working together, fighting a common enemy? Like it or not, it's not that simple. What do you mean?
Are you okay with
The
this?
mastermind seemed to be much more powerful than we ever suspected. They took over Hope's Peak, which was supposed to be a well-defended, then modified it to fit their desire. They created Monokuma, which seems to be an incredibly advanced, and they're providing for our every need. And the cherry on top is the execution we witnessed.
Honestly.
Everything has been planned down to the last excruciating detail. This is not the work of your everyday psychopath. Defying them may be too great of a risk.
So
then what are we supposed to do? Anyone who truly does want to escape, we just have to follow the rules. In which case, the only option is to deceive those around you and win the game.
No.
No.
What?
No what? I don't want to live. If it means killing someone else to do it. I don't want to kill anyone else.
Huh?
Anyone else? What do you mean?
It's because...
Leon died because we all voted him, right? It's no different from us killing him ourselves.
But
if we hadn't voted for him, then we all would have died instead, right? Isn't that isn't what you wanted, is it?
So
She's right. If you heap that kind of blame on yourself, you'll turn into a full-fledged masochist. Chihiro, listen. You're not to blame. Not you, not Leon, and not Sayaka. The mastermind is responsible for everything that's happened. We had no choice but to vote. I can't even imagine what would have happened to us if we'd refused. And in the end, it was Monokuma who ultimately killed Leon. So don't waste your anger on yourself. Instead, direct it at the mastermind.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, soon the doors to the it was totally obvious before that you were trying to make yourselves feel better and justify what you did. See you, don't see you, see you. That's about how much I can see you, even when you try to hide. Now pay attention and remember this well. The burden of judging others is a heavy one to bear. So be well aware of your actions. Order and stability rely on the sacrifice and responsibility of everyone. Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
What was that just about now? Trying to say it's our fault what happened? That's pretty cruel, man.
Don't fuck with me.
That piece of shit. Who does he think he is? And so, the day drew to a close. A tense, maddening day that saw the deaths of 3 classmates, Sayaka, Junko, and Leon. But this is just the beginning. Our despair had only just begun. Chapter 2. Boy's life in despair. I woke up the next day to Monokuma's normal morning announcement, and he called us all to the gym. What's he going to do to us this time? We were practically frozen with fear, but Monokuma was determined to get us involved in his little game. And with that goal in mind, he began it.
Okay, lift your arms up.
Stretches.
And down. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now reach way up and bend way down. Tighten those muscles. Let's add a little strength, a little
It's still a
speed
school after
to those
all.
young bodies of yours.
Oh, I was expecting him to talk. Doesn't that just feel great, being stuck inside like this? You gotta make sure to stay healthy. You're the one keeping us stuck inside. Don't sweat the small stuff, that's my motto. Oh, I sound pretty cool just now, don't you think? Did you fall in love with me? Am I just to die for? Am I just to die in writhing agony for? So why did you call us here? Certainly it wasn't just to make us exercise. Just to make you exercise? Just to make you exercise? If exercise makes you laugh, exercise will make you cry. Now, if you keep doing these exercises, you will uncover the secret of the Assassin's Fist. Passed down from generation to generation in the Empire of Darkness, the power can be yours. That sounds like a kind of junk a middle schooler would come up with. Doesn't matter, just get to the point. Did you really call us down here just to exercise?
Hey,
Of course not. You think I have that kind of free time on my hands? Okay, so then, I'd like to make an announcement. Every time you overcome a class trial here at the Hopes Peak, a whole new world will open up to you. Basically, more of the environment's going to be open.
What the heck?
A whole new world?
You guys?
Really stuck if you had to live here forever with nothing new to stimulate you. Besides, I know how you kids get it these days with your ADD and your ADHD. I gotta keep you motivated.
Very
So go ahead and look around all you want. Enjoy the brave new post-trial world till you explode. But A new world?
Could it be...
Is he talking about a way to get outside?
I wonder about that.
That seems unlikely.
Piece of shit!
Well, we don't know till we look.
Hey.
Whatever he meant, it seems like we'll have to search the school one more time.
You hear me?
Okay, let's split up and start investigating. When you're done, everyone meet up at the dining hall and we'll share what we found. You're basically a one-trick pony, you know that.
Got it!
More like a stable food source, and let's keep moving. I'd make sure everyone goes in groups of 3, if I'm honest. Right, let's... all the true bullets are gone. Has it updated the report card yet of the dead? Yes, it has. Is there any new regulations we should be wary of? Right, let's actually leave. Yep. Hey, dude.
What the heck?
Hey, Makoto, did you see what's inside the display case? That's super bad, man. What are you talking about? I didn't notice anything weird in there. Sure, it's the untrained eyes, nothing. But this is awful. A bad, awful, terrible trap.
Serious?
The stuff you see lined up there, any god could come by and use it to send a message. I've been stuck with knowledge. It's an ill omen of total devastation and ruin. Let me out here, let me out. I have no idea what he's talking about, so maybe I'll just leave him alone. So display case triggers and other items. Whoa! Yeah, I knew it. Let's look around elsewhere first before we go where the plot wants us to go. Oh, we can't. We're not allowed back yet. Yo. Makoto, look. The gate blocking the stairs is gone. It seemed the path to the second floor is opened up. But it's also utmost important to double check the areas we already know about, just in case. Aren't I so clever to think of that? I really impress myself sometimes. Well, I'll leave the school to you. So yeah, I'm going to follow that and see if there are any other rooms down here that I've opened. So not the nurse's office, that's still closed. I'll talk to you in a sec. There's no one in here, is there? No. Hey, dude.
Yo.
I went and checked the mail hatch in the main hall just to be sure, but it's like I figured it hasn't moved an inch. Shit. Well, I'd be surprised if you made things that easy for us.
Hey, damn it.
Hey.
What?
Don't make that face. You look like a pussy. You want me to put some fighting spirit in you? Well, do ya? No thanks. I've got enough for now.
Yo.
Well, okay, I'm gonna go look for another way out then. It's going to stop me from going over here, I assume, as well, then. Yeah. Alright, upstairs we go. There's no doors down here. The nurse's office is still closed. Oh, shit. We've rubbed against the wall a little too much. Gate was blocking the stairs. It's been open. Don't want to come in, men. What's up there? Oh, this is grim. Second floor. There's a new kind of clue here. I'm sure there's got to be something. Okay, wrong button. Pool. There's a classroom here. Yeah, 2A. No 2B though. Library, and there's an 2B's probably over there. Like 2B's way, Jesus Christ, way back here. Yeah. And is the door, the way to the third floor blocked? And then on the next one we'll get the third floor. Yeah, okay. The baby is sleeping, please be quiet. Oh, I should probably know who's in what rooms. Okay, that's the main, that's plot, so we'll go there last. Hi.
I see.
This must be what they meant by a new world. Should probably take a really close look around. Actually, there might be coins on the wall somewhere. Nice. 80. I don't know why I'm bothering looking now we know the real way to get them is the trials. I had to think then. My brain just completely drew a blank. Oh, you can actually enter the toilets? Not sure why you'd want to. Unless someone's going to die in here later. Yep, keep that in mind. Now that we know that things in the daytime, as small as they may be, also allude to the bigger picture. Can you access the pool? But, oh my god, why is there a giant... Hey, Mikoto, hey, guess what? Guess what I found? A pool. There's a pool here. A pool. Pool. Oh yeah, you're the swimming girl. You have to keep repeating it. I got it. And there's tons of exercise equipment in the locker room. Sakura's gonna go nuts when she finds out. Yeah, you're right about that. Venus is way more excited than usual. Yeah. To go near the girl's door, you will be shot down. That's absolutely what that means. Right, there's lifesaver fountain donuts. For people who can't swim well. Or can't swim at all. Let's talk to you. The second floor has opened up, the living area has grown, and a number of facilities are now available. Whatever else is going on, I must admit things have been made much more comfortable for us.
Do you understand?
If things continue like this, the occasional class trial may not be so bad. You're just saying it might not be that bad to kill people. The locker room's next to the pool. It looks super nice and big and fantastic to swim in. And I'm beyond excited right now. I can't wait to dive in. In fact, I'm going to get mad thinking about it. Why are you getting mad? Hey, Chihiro, have you checked out the pool yet? No. I don't like wearing swimsuits. Oh, you do seem to might not be into that kind of thing. But still, it sounds like the locker rooms have all the exercise equipment you could ask for. They've brought it up a lot of times, so it's significant later on. Give it a try and see if I get a little stronger. You want to get a little stronger? I have to say, it's kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
But I'm not even brave enough to step foot into the locker room. You don't even want to go into the locker room? It's not that I don't want to, it's just... I don't get it. Is she afraid of locker rooms or something? Pretty weird phobia, though. She's probably bullied with her small physique. Find this door to the locker room.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess you need this handbook to get into the locker rooms, really?
Of course.
Really? Ugh. If you want to unlock the locker room, you have to swipe your personal e-handbook across the card reader next to the door. However, to ensure maximum security within each locker room, only a boy's handbook can open a boy's locker room, and only same for the girls. And that's the bottom line. What if someone opens the door and then someone else sneaks in? Anyone who commits such indecency will be punished without mercy for their scandalous sexual depravity. See, it's a Gatling gun mounted on the ceiling, right? So if any of the boys tries to sneak in with the girls, they will get gunned down. And it'll be ducka.
Just a second.
But it'll really hurt to be shot by that thing. I think it'll be a little worse than that. But what happens if someone loans their handbook to somebody else? A boy could borrow a girl's handbook, and that would get them into the girl's locker room, would it not? Well, that never even occurred to me. To think someone would do so low, so cowardly, so devilish. Okay, how's this sound? Time for a new rule. As of this moment, loaning your handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. New rule. There, so now nobody can give their handbook to anyone else, right? You like that? I'm kind of a genius, right? It's because my brain is 100% cotton.
Honestly.
I do not imagine anyone would have lent their handbook out in the first place.
Is that okay?
After all, they would likely be held responsible for anything that person might do using their handbook. But you know, it does seem awfully concerned with all this locker room security stuff. Yeah, because he's setting it up to be a murder room. It's because all you teenagers are sex-crazed maniacs. You're at the age where you're dumping a plastic bottle. To keep anything unseemly from happening, I have to maintain a rigorous watch. Then in that case, I would ask that you keep the same close eye on our dorms. Some man or woman decide to share a room, there'd be nothing to stop them. All I care about is protecting the holy image of the school itself. I don't care what happens in your private dorms. By force or by cunning, do whatever you want.
Just the worst.
I hate you so much.
See ya.
Okay, so the new regulation is now in place. See ya. Man, that stupid bear's really ruined my mood. Maybe I'll go take a dip to cheer myself up. Celeste, Chihiro, want to come with me?
As for me...
There's nothing I hate more than getting water on my face.
I'm
Sorry, I'll pass this time. How come? When you're in a funk, there's nothing better than a good swim to pull you out of it. I'm pretty sure that only applies to you. Now can I enter? It's just another room to investigate. Yeah, now that is an interesting poster. Obviously someone put this in the school, but is it really okay for something like this to be here? Yes, another... Yes, the fact there's a camera in here, yeah, this is a potential murder room. Oh, nice pool. Oh, it's got everything. I was gonna say, anything to examine? Oh, it's just moving. Is it the same on this side then? Yeah. Locker. Normal pool. Oh, thanks. Okay, well, I've done all the investigating I can here, so let's go. This is kind of what I meant earlier, where I said I kind of wish there was a way to speed up that little bit. I guess it's just loading. Because originally, I looked it up, it was a PSP game. So I'm guessing it was just loading, but it still would have been nice if there's some kind of speed up function. I know that's just me being impatient. Right, I want to check the other classroom just as the last thing, and then we'll go into the library. Reality isn't everything. No, nothing of any immediate description. Alright, let's just go to the library then. Oh, it's kind of smaller than I thought it would be. I was expecting it to be kind of huge when you looked at the map. School is, whoever's in charge of the upkeep's been pretty lazy, strange. Oh. Did I get 2 coins from that? I'm sure I was on 83 a minute ago. Show us a letter. What's this? Hope Peaks Academy. It was buried underneath a thick layer of dust. It must have been sitting there for quite a while. Well, should we see what's inside? We shouldn't read other people's mail without their permission. What we shouldn't do is leave this here without finding out what's inside. Okay. Single sheet of paper I found inside. I followed the paper and read what was written there. From the Hope's Peak Academy Executive Office. Throughout the years, we have been committed to shaping the youth who will one day shape the world. We have a long proud history of an institution of higher learning with full governmental support. Our graduates enter society ready to take on active leadership roles in every major job field. However, Hope's Peak Academy must now lower the curtain on its glorious history for the time being. This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Hope's Peak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as these issues forcing our closures have been resolved. That being said, this is the end for now, and we'd like to personally and sincerely thank everyone for their help and support over the years. For now, we are awaiting official governmental authorization to formally cease operations. What does it mean? This school's been closed for a while, probably, allowing Munakomo and whoever the mastermind is to rig all this up. Contents of the letter are quite interesting indeed. It would seem Hope's Peak has stopped functioning as a school. And judging by the amount of dust the letter had collected, it doesn't seem to have happened recently. If I had to guess, I'd say that the letter could be at least a year old. So you're saying Hope's Peak closed down at least a year ago? Most likely, the mastermind took over the abandoned school in order to put up a little performance. Would that mean this was closed when I got here a few days ago? But I didn't get that sense at all. Plus, if the school had shut down, don't you think it would have been in all the newspapers and stuff? I mean, you're saying it could have happened over a year ago, right? But before I got here, I looked up stuff online about the school. I never saw anything about this.
So, in other words...
It must have been part of the mastermind's plan. They lured us all in here. Someone who could create a place to judge and execute people could potentially be capable of anything. Of course, that's all assuming that this letter is real.
However...
If it is real, though, that does solve one mystery surrounding our school. The reason there was no other students here could be because the school had already closed down. That would be a nice, simple solution if true. But then what about this other part? The decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control made it necessary. What do they mean by serious issues? That's apparently why the school had to close. Is there any connection between that and what's happening to us now?
Now,
they're connected, uncovering the connection could be a useful clue in trying to figure out the mastermind's motive. Although I can't really say more until we find more details. So in other words, only the mastermind knows the truth right now. The mastermind's motive. We can figure out why they'd want to imprison us all here. Will that be enough to get us out of here? Or... Let's talk to everyone. Kyoko, it's remarkably dusty in here and the lighting is less than ideal. For a library, it's not the kind of place I'd want to do much reading in. What about you, Hifumi's somehow still alive? I'm absolutely shocked. How come? We have all these books here and not one copy of any of my works. Well, yeah, why would they have any comics in a library? Plus, most fanfics is just porn drawn by a bunch of amateurs. You just don't get it. Not at all. I do too get it. And with a face like yours, anyone can tell nothing you do is worthwhile. Wow, they really like to bully this guy. I mean, he kind of sort of deserves it with how much of a arse and kind of scummy and pervy he can be, but still. Say whatever you want about me, but never judge a book by its author. Now hear this, apprentices mean nothing at all. What you see before you is nothing more than the rind that contains the meaty pulp of my genius. Rind, sorry. My creations are what determine my meaning and value. You're so full of it. I'm used to being misunderstood. You think weak attacks like yours will drop my HP? Those two really worry me. Yeah, one of them might kill each other, but and once again, I think after that first case, it's been established you can't, if it's trying to tell you something or hint at something at face value, it's wrong. It's a deception. It's a red herring. What about you, Mr. Businessman? But still, this library is most interesting. What's interesting about it? Oh, nothing. I was just thinking out loud. To be honest, I'm at a bypass where I don't like Byakuya, but he's so blunt that it makes it easier to trust the contents of his words, even if you don't like him. Like, he's easier to trust because he's so on point. Like, he says it exactly how it is without hesitation. You know, like, I feel like he's the sort of person... then saying that, if he did kill someone, he would be hard to prove because he could just reword everything to make it sound like he's being as blunt as possible, so I'll shut up. What about you, Toko? You must be pretty happy to have all these books around her, Toko. Not particularly. Nothing really caught my attention so far. Indeed, there's a plethora of books, it's true, but the content seems lacking. Where's the comic books? Where's the young adult section? Comic books, young adult, that stuff's a waste of time. I've seen what you write, Miss Fukuwa. Talented as you are, your stuff isn't any more worthwhile. Stories are filled with true love and pure feelings, don't compare them to that garbage of yours. Your writing doesn't even mean anything, it's just a bunch of jumbled up letters. Someone, should just burn it all. Oh, the lady doth protest too much, methinks. I bet she's secretly into boy-on-boy action. Boy-on-boy, I don't care if it's anime or comics or fanfics or whatever. It's all filth, throwaway culture that'll be trashed and forgotten in half a decade. Just talking about it makes me sick to my stomach. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. You insulted me and you've insulted my honor. So a reason to freak me out, never seen anything like it. They're really trying to hint that those two shouldn't be allowed near each other because they might turn on one another. Any more coins? Oh, nice. Okay, 86. I didn't get multiple that time. There's another room back here. Behind this door. Some kind of archive. All I saw there was stacks of old books and files. Can't imagine what business you would have in there. That's true. I don't really have a reason to check it out. There's nothing else. I guess I'll be on my way. Oh, actually, the laptop. It's like a laptop. The laptop's pretty old. It's covered in dust.
So...
It's broken. I tried pressing the power button earlier, but nothing happened. Broken, huh? Too bad. So I can go online and see what's going on the outside world. It's broken, there's nothing I can really do about it. Anyway, I now have a pretty good idea what's going on the second floor. But I don't see anything that might lead to any kind of exit or anything. All I can do now is hope someone else found something worthwhile. Okay, I better head back to the dining hall as soon as possible.
Listen to me!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how'd it go? Did anyone discover anything new interesting?
Yes, indeed.
There's a library. And a pool, a freaking pool, and locker rooms filled with exercise equipment. There was not, however, anything resembling an escape route. Yeah, she's right. Wait, well, hey, there's no reason to get all sulky. Wait till you hear about my amazing discovery. The warehouse and bathhouse on the first floor of the dorms is now open.
You hear me?
And the warehouse is chock full of food, clothes, whatever you want. There's so much that's insane. So go ahead and stuff yourself with the gills whenever you feel like.
Are you okay with this?
Keep in mind, of course, that going out at nighttime is still prohibited. Please do not forget.
Yo,
Okay, so what about a fucking way out of here? You find anything like that? Well,
What?
there wasn't anything in the warehouse we could use to get our asses out of here? Nothing? Unfortunately, no. Not that I saw.
Come on.
You fucking people.
What?
Who gives a shit if we have a goddamn pool now, or a warehouse, or whatever the fuck? We're still trapped in this piece of shit school. We need to find a goddamn way out. Now, there's no point taking your anger out on us. Adaptation is the key, yes? For now, we must find a way to enjoy our current situation.
You piece of...
Whatever you say, you fucking loon. For now, let's just continue our investigation. Let anyone know if you should discover something. So if we're done for today, well, yeah, I guess so. The air seems to suddenly go heavy again. What was the mastermind's plan? To give us hope, or to turn us around to betray that hope? Ding dong, bing bong. Yes, it's nighttime, I get it.
Okay.
We all promised not to leave our rooms during nighttime. There's not much else I can do. Better go to bed. I feel like at some point that rule's going to be so severely broken that we're going to have to go out during the night or something. Mr. Monokuma, do you have a second? I don't really like myself. I don't have any kind of skill or hobby to say I'm super good at. And my grade's totally average too. My reflexes are okay. Not great, but awful. I could get into a decent college where I'd make a few friends who you'd find a normal girlfriend. That'd be fucking nice. Which is exactly why I don't like who I am. I understand that now. My life is just one giant copy-paste. I don't have any imagination. I'm a perfectly average cardboard cutout.
You see what I mean, right, Mr. Monokuma?
As a motorbike passes us by. No Mondo to talk to us as it happened this time.
Good morning, everyone. Get ready. Oh, that I wanted to let you know that your e-handbooks have been updated. New regulations have been added.
Uh-oh. Must be referring to yesterday. Loaning your ebook to another student is strictly prohibited. I can check. Oh, wrong button. I'm gonna break that habit eventually. Yeah. Alright, let's just go. I need to go get breakfast, so I need to go to the dining hall. Oh, Sayaka. Does he say anything if I interact with it? Sayaka. No, I can't waste time on sentimentality now. You guys are waiting for me. What if I check... Junko died as well. Does she say the same thing? She's gone for good. What about Leon? Oh, it just says gone for good. So what he was saying is that... Or not. Oh no, the room has been opened, not the... Got it. The room, not the floor, the room. So that and the bathhouse is open now. Not the downstairs in here. That'll be later, I assume. Let's go get food. Speaking of... What time is it? Oh, it's just gone 1. Now I'll go for a little bit longer. I'll go till the next person dies, so we have something to kind of leave it off on. Sorry, I've been responding to a message. Good morning, is everyone here already?
Yo.
Nope, still waiting on Byakuya and Taka. Yeah, Taka being not... Let me have free time to build up points with people. Don't kill off Taka immediately. Knowing Taka, I imagine he's trying to get the king of tardiness up and out of bed. I'm sure they'll be here soon enough. Just be patient.
Let's see.
I don't mind waiting for them, but there is one problem, which is I am thirsty.
Hey, come on.
How the hell is that a problem? Ifumi, would you make me some tea? Huh? Milk tea, if you'd please. Why me?
Let's see.
Your roundish figure reminds me of the owner of a coffee shop I used to frequent. That's your reason?
This is fine.
I can feel my throat drying out. Quickly, please.
Oh.
Okay. Apparently unable to refuse Celeste's order, Ifumi sculled his way into the kitchen. No, there's more to it than that. She knows that he's very easy to convince of anything because of his, like, degenerate nature. And a few minutes later, thank you for waiting. Ifumi appeared with a tray in hand, a gentle aroma growing stronger as he approached. Finally. Could have made some for the rest of us, you know. I empathetically decline. You're not my type at all. What about the law of casuality? Basic instinct, act and react. Well then, if you don't mind. A small smile played across her lips as she held the teacup delicately in her hand. I love that line. Like, this is going to sound like a really dumb thing, but as I've mentioned many times before, I am an aspiring author, and I do a lot of writing in my spare time when I'm not doing recording or work or whatever. The smile played across her lips. I'm gonna use that somehow. That's a beautiful little line to, like, give away exactly how the character is, like how she feels, how she is giving herself off.
Oh.
Wait. She cocked her head to the side and threw her cup as hard as she could at the wall.
What?
Hey, what are you doing, my little white rabbit? Yeah, okay, so he had feelings for her. I hate this kind of tea. I don't understand.
Yes, indeed.
Imagine we are at a coffee shop, just any everyday cafe. I sit down, I order some tea. They ask me, would you like lemon or milk? Now, further imagine that I replied, yes, I would like milk tea, please. In that case, along with my tea, may they bring a small container of milk, yes? But it is not for me. I am among those who prefer the milk to be a part of the process from the outset. The fragrance is just overwhelmingly sweet that way. Adding milk or lemon right before you drink it is like dousing your fries in ketchup, mere condiments. Whenever looking for a cafe, I first review their menu to see if it offers a proper style of milk tea. I cannot acknowledge any milk tea that does not add milk during the brewing process. I describe our shared reaction to what we just heard. I'd have to go with wide-eyed bewilderment. I went to all that trouble to make you that tea, and you want me to go even further? Yes, I realize it can be a bit of a hassle. Even if cafes that offer proper milk tea, it is always more expensive than simple tea with milk. It takes more time to prepare, surely, but why even bother creating a menu if you are not going to offer the highest level of quality? Well, we don't actually have a menu.
You little bitch.
What the? What did she just swear? Did I hear that? Did she just go, you little bitch? Did I just hear that from the gentle little Celeste? Oh my god! I'm sure. Oh, please tell me there's a way I could, like, replay voice lines. Ah. Okay, you little piggy, you'll bring it right out. I so do love coercion. You were like a totally different person just now. Yeah, shit. You went full cycle there. I knew there was more to her when I first met her. I'd hate to have her as an enemy. Seriously, man, that's one scary chick. Makoto. The dining hall doors flew open and one of the late arrivals came storming in. But, bad news, everyone. There's a mystery afoot. What happened? It would seem Byaku refuses to leave his room. I stood there pressing his doorbell over and over, but he never showed himself. Maybe he just wasn't there? I'd like to think so, but I'm worried something might have happened to him. What he meant by that, he didn't have to say anything else. Everyone understood exactly what it might mean. It's not a good idea if you split up and go look after him.
Listen to me!
I was just about to suggest the same thing. So I'm trying to one-up everyone. Okay, then I'll go check the room one more time. I'm going to keep on hammering that button until I get a response. Very well, then the rest of us can go check the rest of the building. Yeah, before it's, you know, too late. Anyway, we have to do our best to find Byakura. Well, so where he have gone? Maybe he went to check the second floor of the school again. Celeste, aren't you going to help look for Byakura? I've not yet had my tea. Huh?
As for me...
Until my thirst is satisfied, I have no urge to do anything. If you're in a hurry, feel free to motivate Hifumi to move faster. Okay. Aren't you being kind of selfish? Let me go see how he's doing in the kitchen. Hey dude, how you doing? Yeah, Mr. Naegi, what's going on? Well, nobody's seen Byakura this morning, so we've all decided to go look for him. Oh, that's not good at all. However, this little piggy needs to. I am a holy addict to deliver proper milk tea to my master. To bless this undeserving swine of such an honor, I will serve you with all my heart and soul. Oh, okay. Good luck with that. He creates some creepy alternative reality for himself. Knife's back. Is it? No, it's still missing. The one knife that was here, didn't she? Oh, okay, so you can't use the same murder weapon twice. That's, worrying. Let's see where everyone is. And base it from there. Obviously, we need to actually check his room at some point. He's hiding out in the boys' bathroom. We'll go chat to him at some point. Right, sorry, I didn't even really read that. I was too busy kind of glossing over. He's in the dressing room. I'll go catch up with him in a sec. Yep, she's still in there. He's still in there. He's in the warehouse, because yeah, he made such a point of mentioning it. I kind of gathered he would be. There are a couple people... Okay, they're the people I'm going to want to go talk to. And, of course, the gym. Oh! Right, yeah, right, of course. There's a pool. Alright, so I'll go chat in with them as well. Okay, so let's just start with people who are... out... So, hang on, he is in here, isn't it, that he's in? He's not in the other one. Oh, it's cozy. Hey, dude.
Yo.
How's it going? You find him? No.
Hey, come
Shit,
on.
man. Where the hell he go? Got his head stuck so far up his ass, who knows what's going on with him. I figured maybe he was taking a bath or something. So what about you? You a morning bath kind of guy?
Hell yeah.
I'm just spending it all night riding your hog. Wind in your face make better than a morning dip. Hot water loosens you up, and the heat of your soul gets your heart and body pumping. Sure thing, I'll take your word for it and all that. What? You don't know what I'm talking about? Oh, freaking nerd.
Hell yeah.
You guys gotta expose themselves to each other, you know. Come with me next time, you'll see. I'll think about it. I mean, it's not like you've been riding your hog here at school, right? I'm more of an evening bath kind of person if I'm going to take a bath instead of a shower. I very rarely take a bath, if I'm honest. I prefer to kind of just get a quick rush and carry on. That was huge! That's it. Okay, let's go. I'm coming around the Mondo. I was kind of standoffish with him with how much of just a brunt he is, but he's really much there's a good soul under there. He's just very brutish on top. Okay, you're both literally right there. The dude was hiding out in the toilet, so let's go talk to, I can't remember his name, which is why I just called him the clairvoyant. Yoshiro. What are you doing in the bathroom, hero? Well, I consulted the spirits, and he had a bathroom emergency and couldn't make it to breakfast. Well? His gut forced him to spend all morning in the can. No I was totally wrong. Swing and a miss. 3 strikes, I'm out. Yeah, be a cure doesn't seem to kind of guide up problems like that. What? Wait, what can I interact behind you? Fish tank. A bunch of little fish swimming around inside. Aww, so the fish are at least getting fed. Which one? Which one was the posh pricks? Yeah, that was it. Okay, so that's why these two are lingering here. Hey, Toko, hanging out with Hina, huh?
What's your problem?
Problem with that? No. Something might have happened, right? Being alone right now might not be safe. So you got scared and decided to stay close to Hina. I guess everyone has a softer side. As long as I'm with the sport idiots. If something does happen, I'm sure she'd jump in without thinking and take the fall. Huh? What? Were you eavesdropping? Awful. You're just awful. Get lost, you stray cat. There you go. Hey, Hina, any luck? Nah, it's no use. Keep banging on this door. And nothing. Come on already, open up. Bang, bang. Careful, you're not going to bust the door down in it that hard. Relax, it's nothing compared to what Sakura could do. Sakura's really awesome, you know. If she really wanted to, she could tear this door to shreds. I see. Well, if she is the ultimate martial artist, she might be able to do that. I've been knocking long enough. I'm safe to say he's not here. I think you're right. Okay, I'm going to look around for him. Okay, good luck. Just for the sake of it. See? Not in there. Yeah, I guess not. We can actually investigate this room as well now. I'm expecting, / hoping, that he'll be fine so we can actually have time to actually spend with people and like get more points for the class trial. Find stuff here. There's a lot you can investigate. Let's check this. This. Lower shelf. Never mind. What have you got, dude? I see you came to search this area as well, Makoto. But you're one step too late. I've already finished my investigation and there was no trace of Byakuya here. An army marches on its stomach, as they say, so I thought maybe he'd come here after have his fill. We must eat until there's nothing left to eat. Anyway, now is not the time to get discouraged. We must head somewhere else to continue our search. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I got a message again. Oh, there's a doorbell. 1 moment.